Yeah. Are we recording now?
I thought you were.
Was your phone on silent?
Yeah, do not disturb. I thought you were going to record it because... Do you want to have that pattern? You do it, I do it, you do it, I do it.
I'll do it.
Hey everyone, this is the Hope and Mum and Dad podcast and we're on episode 3 now already. I'm Becky and this is Fuzz and we're here to talk to you about where we are in our journey and talk to you about all things trying to conceive.
Episode number 3, week number 3. We just, not too many things have changed for us really, but we've had a few calls to people and sort of done a bit of that's nothing is done by me. It's Rebecca.
Well, that's not true.
Well, I just turn up and go where I'm needed and stuff.
You've been on the phone. Produce the goods, don't you?
Mm-hmm. What we got? What's the update for week 3?
So it's been quite quiet. It's been quite a quiet week, really. Actually, just today, the Wales Fertility Institute has updated their status for COVID and how they're going forward. And I have reached out to the Fertility Network UK charity, which support everyone going through fertility issues with what's going on with them, basically. And they provide information and webinars and stuff like that to help people go on.
You did a webinar this week, didn't you?
Yeah. It was. They're all into different regions because I think it's a huge charity. And I did a webinar about egg quality with a host. They had on a special guest from the Cardiff CRGW, which is the Centre for Reproduction and Gynecology Wales and West, I think. Mm-hmm. And they had on a really cool doctor called Dr. Amanda Oleary.
Yeah, and what was she talking about? What was the name?
So it was all about egg quality, basically. And one amazing fact that I learned is that for women, when they're inside their mum being grown, by week 20 of the pregnancy, women have all the eggs that they'll ever have made in life. And I think, so you start off with something like 2 to 3 million eggs. So women that give birth, women in general, when women are 20 weeks old? When women are 20 weeks in gestation, before they're even born. Yeah. So like a human person. Embryo. Fetus, yeah. So say, for example, you were pregnant with a girl. At 20 weeks, that girl inside of your body would have all the eggs that she would have for the rest of her life. Yeah, and I've talked about it a little bit with my mum and Ali before, my sister Ali. And we were saying that Poppy's been inside my mum because theoretically, Poppy, who's our niece, she was one of those eggs inside Ali, and those eggs were inside mum. How many eggs do you get? Well, so it said that at 20 weeks, you have the most eggs you'll ever have as a woman, and that can be between 2 and 3 million. But then the drop off is amazingly fast. So at when you're 20 weeks in gestation as a woman inside another woman's body, how trippy is that? It's a bit matrixy. Can't really figure that out, but yeah. So you've got 2 to 3 million eggs. And then when you're born, I think it's already dropped off between 1 and 2 million, something like that. And then by the time you're 11 to 12, when you might be starting your period, it's dropped off to like 500,000. And they haven't even been releasing as eggs do in the menstrual cycle yet. Yeah. So they can't use them, can it? You couldn't use eggs from people that were No, because they wouldn't be mature, I don't think. Prepubescent, you mean? Yeah, like the eggs don't work. Harvesting eggs from children. No, but they wouldn't work. No, I mean, if, we talked about that Children of Men film, where humanity is, and there's some real parallels to the use of plastic and things like that. Some scientists are sort of theorizing that fertility rates are dropping off. Have we talked about that before on the podcast? No, but I don't think we know enough about it. No, we probably need to know what we're talking about. Yeah. But basically, fertility rates in men are dropping rapidly, and some scientists are kind of theorizing that the use of plastic and things like there's probably loads of stuff as well, but plastic is a big one. Yeah, mobile phones, that's the thing. Yeah, apparently. I don't know how comparable it is, but I know that there's pods of whales that have seen had fertility problems. There's a particular pod that goes around the Atlantic Ocean and around the North Sea and stuff, and it comes down Scotland and past Ireland and stuff, and that pod has like dwindled so much because the fertility rates have been affected, and they think that might be because of plastic. But again, I don't have a clue about it.
Talking shit, we don't have to talk about. So you did your egg class to see what's good, and what did you kind of pick up from that?
So basically, there's a few things that you can do to kind of support eggs as they mature and come out of your follicles on your fallopian tubes, but a lot of the time, like you can't. It's not like with sperm. If you have a low sperm count, there's numerous ways you could improve the count. There's no way.
Sometimes it's genetic. Yeah. You just have a low count.
Yeah. But with egg quality, you can't increase the quantity of eggs, but you can possibly affect the quality of them as they form into embryos.
So is a bad quality eggs like a big issue in general in the infertility scene? Like, is that a big issue? Is the main reason for infertility male infertility?
No, I don't think it's the main reason. I think it's a big factor. I think
again, we're not scientists, and we don't actually we're just talking shit, just randomly discussing stuff, but something we'll probably look into. In fact, we've got people that might turn up. We've asked people to come on and share their science.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll come on. But
I think.
Do you know what the main reasons are for infertility?
Well, there's loads of reasons why. There's
maybe like the biggest
unexplained infertility, probably quite a big one. There's women's issues with sometimes women might not ovulate, so they've got eggs but they're not ovulating, so the eggs aren't releasing every month. There's other things like PCOS and endometriosis. And then obviously like
women's stuff, like women's physiology.
Yeah, and then there's male factor as well, which I don't know, but I'm sure I've read somewhere that it might be 1 in 3 of fertility cases.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah. So I did make some notes, because what was the question you asked me? Just dropped the pen.
It doesn't matter. You keep going. What's on the notes?
It was about egg quality, and you said
so basically, egg quality. What have you learned?
So I've learned that when they collect eggs, they'd say.
So is egg quality a big problem, or is it quite a small problem in the general fertility scene, and it's quite a niche thing? Or
I don't think it's a niche thing. I think obviously egg quality can affect everyone, whether they're experiencing fertility issues or not, and you can improve them whether you're experiencing fertility issues or not. So if you're just
you are a bit of a swot. You like, I think with anything infertility, you're just obsessed about it now, and you just keep going. No, but you do, like, because I think you came back and you said some of the diet stuff that you told me, I was really surprised with, because, like, again, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I like to keep, I like to keep informed of like diet and nutrition and things like that, and I'm always asking people who are qualified to. But some of the tips and stuff that the woman told you about women, I thought, wow, that's different. I've never really heard of that, and especially the red meat one. She said to not you. Maybe this is the way you explained to me, but you said like red meat's like not a good thing. But I thought
she didn't say it's not a good thing. She said it's.
There you go. It's the way you explain stuff. You said to me, "I'm not eating red meat. It's too much. Red meat's bad. Can't do it. She said, it's bad eggs."
I think she said that when you eat red meat, and this is across the board from doctors like that I've seen throughout my whole life, to do with my thyroid as well, to not prioritize red meat and maybe only have it.
Well, you need to get your iron though. That's for women. They're normally iron deficient more so than men.
Yeah, but you can get iron from other sources like tuna.
It's really hard to get. It's, again, I'm not a scientist, but from the conversations I've had with people like that, they've told me that, like, basically if you don't eat red meat, it's supplementing.
Yeah, but most people who are iron deficient will be on supplements because they might be anemic.
And I know all the vegan people we know.
Because you'll be excessively tired all the time.
Yeah.
So you know about it.
Maybe we haven't got enough iron in our diet now, because I'm pretty tired quite a lot.
I think that's just lethargy because it's lockdown and we're a bit like zombies.
Yeah.
I don't know. So egg quality isn't a huge issue for everyone, but it can be changed, and you can theoretically improve the chances of your eggs turning into embryos when they meet a sperm.
This is the thing that I wanted to, like, and this is the thing I don't think people hear about a lot on the Infertility podcast, but to me, we've got a problem with my low count. And I'm like, cool, so we just do the science, they get the thing, and from what I understand, it's, they've got good mobility, so we're good to go. But I've kind of just gone, that's what we're doing, just got to wait now. Wait. All I do is wait. But, like, you look at articles and egg things, and this things, and that things, and this things, and I just think part of me is a bit skeptical of, like, how much is it actually going to make a difference to our situation?
But there's loads of research and trials and clinical research that goes on that they test different variables.
I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying that part of me goes, I wish you just stop digging into all this stuff because we know what the problem is.
The thing is, when you go through fertility treatment, IVF, usually the chances of actually conceiving and having a baby from it are more than if you would conceive naturally, which is good. But
should have wrote these numbers down so we could actually talk about it.
Always, I have got some numbers.
No. We can't read we've just witnessed you trying to read and talk on a podcast. And oh my God, it was so boring.
But if there's anything I can do that can increase our chances even more, because you say it's male factor, but it's not completely because of my thyroid. So
but they haven't done any tests, we haven't got any science to show how less likely you are to conceive.
I think they have done research on...
No, on you.
No. They have done tests on me. They've checked my AMH and they've done a scan on me.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm not necessarily good to go because it depends on my thyroid hormone level. So they'll have to check that as well.
Yeah, but they can regulate that.
Yeah, they can, but it might not be ready. When we actually get to our treatment plan, hopefully my thyroid levels will be ready. And if they're not, then it might be a few months before we can even start again, which would suck.
Like, I wonder what other couples are like with their IVF treatment, because I've never really spoken to anyone. We would love to have some other couples just come and hang out. We can do it via Zoom and do remotely and stuff. But I think we're quite different as a couple, the dynamic we have and stuff in general anyway, because I don't give it. I don't care. I just kind of do what I want, speak my mind. And I know a lot of people will sort of pander and do things in a certain way to sort of, you know what I mean? You know that whole stereotype. It's not everyone, but there's a whole oh, don't do that. The wife will, you can't do that. The wife will be upset. And I'm just like, no, I just do what I want, to have conversations and just do you know what I mean? I don't treat you like the wife and the whole pandering or whatever she wants. Oh, keep her happy. And I'm just you're just like my friend that I live with, that I'm married to. But
You buy things for me, treats, and bring me tea and stuff. Treats? So that's pandering.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't know.
You don't change the lifestyle for me. Is that what you mean?
There's a lot of. I hear a lot from other people where they're the wife this, the wife that, and they kind of sneak around in a way. And you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They're oh, I might get a new bike, but I can't tell the wife about it. Whereas if I wanted a new bike, I'd be Beck, don't be angry
I think
that I want a bike and I'm going to get a bike. Is that cool? And obviously, if you're no, we can't do that, it's silly, I'll go, you sure? And then you go, yeah. And then I'll try and convince you for about an hour. And then I go, okay.
But I've seen that kind of thing from the other way when I was growing up, me and my sister, and oh, we'd go out shopping with my mum. And we'd go off shopping for the day and have loads of bags in the car after going out in Liverpool. And then we'd get home and I'd be heading round to the boots to get the bags out the boot. And Mum would be leave them in the boot for now. Yeah. Not telling them about the shopping trip.
No, but so what I'm saying is I speak my mind, and we have that type of relationship where I don't, and a lot of people might not, and they just sort of, I say pander. Is that an okay word to use?
I don't know.
Pander, I don't know. Someone on the internet, I'll get offended by that. But basically, loads of people hide stuff from their wife, and they have it whereas I'm just all out, all books are open and everything. I'm just this is what we do. And if I disagree with something, I'll tell you. And I just wonder what the dynamics are with other people with IVF, because
different.
Well,
everyone's different.
I never really hear from the guys' point of view. But to be fair, the guys, we generally, I think, if they're anything like me, you try and have a kid, you can't have a kid, you get tested, you get your results, you find out what you got to do, you wait for IVF, and that's it. Whereas women seem to just read everything and obsess and obsess and obsess. And I'm not saying obsess in a bad way, but because it's a biological thing, you know?
I think that's...
I want kids, but it's not like hardwired into my body.
Yeah. I think that goes back a little bit to what we were talking about last week, though, that women have that constant reminder every month and you just carry on your life. You don't constantly think every 4 weeks, oh shit, I'm still not pregnant. You're just like, oh, we haven't had a baby. And you know it's something you haven't reached yet, but you don't have that constant reminder, as it were. So are there any couples out there who have male factor as well? And if there are, maybe you could reach out to us and get in touch at Hope Your Mum and Dad on Instagram. And then maybe we could have you on and we can talk a bit about how it affects you, what you're going through. And like you said, funny stories. The only one I can think of is how you were saying the last time we went down to Wales Fertility Institute and you had to give a sample.
And there's just 4 women in the room talking about they were trying to tactfully talk to me about stuff, and I was just
yeah, but I'm thinking about the time I went with you and you wanted me to go in and I chickened out. That's the only funny thing.
It's a freebie. It's
I think it's that thing they knew we were going in to do something.
Yeah, they've seen it before. They were the woman said, didn't she? The woman that was there, she just said, are you going in together? And you just went, good grief, no. Waves of shame.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I thought.
Yeah, because we joked about me going in a Big Mac with
so awkward.
Sexy underwear.
It's not fun. You don't go in there oh, what a treat. The pot. Anyway.
I love clear plastic pots.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's just boring waiting.
Yeah.
Waiting. It's boring. We have conversations all the time. It's probably not good to, but what boys' names do you like? What girls' names do you like? What about this? If we were on a holiday, did we do that? And it just goes on and on. It's torturous, but we do it anyway. Can't help it.
Yeah.
So Wales Institute is open.
They made an announcement today.
All right.
Should I bring it up?
No.
Yeah. Well, basically, they made an announcement today and said that fertility treatment there going forward is not going to be like anything anyone's known before. So that won't affect us because we've not really had the treatment with them yet. But they're going to be employing a lot more online services and phone call.
Think you can deposit your sample online? No. Anyways, yeah. So.
So yeah, they've announced that they hopefully are going to start treatment next month, and that will be for the patients that they're going to prioritise, older patients probably, and urgent patients.
Yeah, we've already been doing the maths and how many people, again, we're very unorganised, we don't actually have the numbers with it. No, I don't even think we could find them, but I wanted to know how many people actually receive IVF treatment through IVF Wales. Is that called that?
No, it's called the Wales Fertility Institute.
I'm dyslexic, I'll forget. But everyone knows the Welsh. Is there only one in Wales?
No.
There's loads.
There's 2 Wales Fertility Institutes, one in Cardiff, one in Swansea.
Yeah.
And then there's other fertility centres across Wales, mostly private, but I'm sure they'll have fertility place up north in Wales. Yeah,
so we found, they'll probably send them over to Liverpool, Manchester or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. So, yeah, we know that the Infertility Institute, the place is shut. It's opening soon.
Yeah.
We try and do the numbers if we were 2 weeks away from having our appointment before lockdown came in, how many people do you think have been stopped? How many people have turned 39 or 40? We haven't got a clue.
No.
And it's horrible. We just keep trying to figure it out and stuff like that. Trying to
just have to be a bit more zen.
That's hilarious. You're saying we need to be a bit more zen. It's hilarious.
Yeah, we both do.
Okay. Right. Fitness-wise, I've been trying to get I was meant to be doing an Ironman to raise money for Mind. And then all of that went out the window. So, I don't know. I think I might be an interesting sample for the infertility people because, I've got a low count.
Yeah.
But I'm generally kind of fit and healthy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes you get a low count from adverse health things. So, I don't know. I could be healthier. I'm carrying a little bit of extra weight. But I need to lose some weight. I think I didn't realise how bad carrying extra weight and being obese in general.
I think we both do. That's one of the things Dr. Angela said.
It's such a massive factor for everything, like heart disease, cancer, like all sorts.
She said that in most cases, even for people who have like within the range of a normal BMI, because you have to have a BMI lower than 30.
BMI is a bit bullshit if you play sports and you're muscular and stuff like that. So
it can be, but
you should tell people to.
But the NHS won't give you fertility treatment unless you have a BMI under a certain amount.
Even if you're like a rugby player and you've got like 0% fat.
For women, I don't know if they check men's, but for women.
Well,
but she was saying,
if you're not like a professional sports person, it's probably best to just tick the boxes.
But she was saying that even in women with healthy weight, if you lose between 1 and 2 kilos before your fertility treatment, then your chances of success improve. So, I mean, I've been saying since New Year that I need to get fitter, eat better.
I go out every day. I'm trying to like come out with me. You can ride the bike, I'll run.
You're really good, but anyone who knows me knows I'm a bit of a slug, and I just prefer. I love walking the dog, but I'm very like.
But even when we walk the dog, I'm like, let's go for a big 2-hour long walk, and you're like, no.
Yeah.
You just, I don't know. How do people convince their partners to do stuff and you will not do it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I've been loving Joe Wicks though.
You need a bike. A bike is a great way of like. I said I'll get you a bike and sort a bike out for you because a bike.
You just get me a bike.
Well, you haven't got one, so you need one.
Mm-hmm. I'm carrying on with my Joe Wicks for now, but yeah. So.
But cycling is amazing.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't put like pressure on your joints and stuff like that. It doesn't rack your core and like if you're not used to running is the best thing. Mm-hmm. But like if you're not used to doing it, then it can be really daunting and kind of painful. But like I'm kind of overweight and I ran 25 kilometers the other day.
Yeah.
And I have to have a day off the next.
You're not like lots of people though. I think.
But I'm not skinny. I'm not like a physically. Yeah. You would look at me and you'd go like dad body, literally.
I don't mean in terms of your weight. I mean in terms of your attitude. Like you're very determined, and if you want to do something, you'll just do it, and you'll just put yourself through loads of pain to get it done.
It wasn't that bad though.
No, because you're used to doing it now. But when you first did it, it wasn't good.
Yeah, but I didn't just wake up and go, I'm going to run 25k today. I'm going to run 5k, and then I'm going to do it into it. Like being stubborn and determined is good, but it can actually backfire a lot sometimes too.
Yeah.
Because I could do it. I've hurt myself and gone up too much. So now I have a balance of just set yourself goal. Just go. There we go. On the podcast, you just confirmed. Becky's just said that she's going to do some running to lose a little bit of weight to help our infertility chances. I reckon 2 5k runs by next week. What do you reckon? Bear in mind, I could do a 5k. I'm heavy and I'm not fast. So
I used to do 5k, but I stopped.
So 2 5k runs by this time next week, yeah. And this is we're recording on Wednesday, going out on Thursday, but everyone else can. I'll hijack the Instagram a little bit and sort of motivate people to cheer you on, but because no one likes doing exercise, especially on down for ages. But if we're going to get into shape for our infertility, 2 5k runs by next week.
Yeah.
Done.
Cool.
There we go. It's exciting news. You've heard it here first. Becky is getting on the fitness train, and we can all basically encourage her to do it. Yeah. 2 5Ks by next week. Easily done.
Good small goal to achieve, definitely.
Yeah, and then who knows it? We're after.
I think before a bike, I probably need new trainers, to be fair. But going back to the egg stuff, you were talking about, is it a problem? It's not a problem, but it does drop off like the older you are. So as you get older, it drops off more and more. And she said that there's a few things you can do, like having a healthy diet, such as eating oily fish 2 to 3 times a week, and
or if you get non-oily fish, you put oil on them.
Obviously, the type of fish like mackerel and tuna and salmon, they're all oily fish, but non-oily fish would
tuna.
Be white fish and not oily.
Tuna's not oily.
I think it can be.
What if you get a can of tuna and you add sunflower oil into it?
But that's not the right oil. Okay. You see, it's
fishy. I'm just omega-3 oils. It's so boring.
It's not boring.
It's not, but...
No. The other thing that I found really interesting, which doesn't apply to us because we don't smoke, but smoking ages your eggs by 7 years. So if you're a 32-year-old woman like me who smokes, then your eggs would be...
That's what? Smoked all your life?
I don't know, I just think smoking affects it really negatively, so that's not good. So that's a bonus for us.
Yeah.
But I know some people are really strict with their diet when they go through fertility treatment, and they cut out coffee and tea and alcohol. But she said it's okay to have like 5 cups of tea or coffee.
5 to 10 bottles of wine.
Yeah, 5
I do like
5 cups of coffee or tea, and she said
a day.
Yeah, a day, and then 10 units of alcohol or less a week. She said that there's been studies to show that people who cut out alcohol completely when they normally drink it, their fertility success rate is not very good with IVF treatment. So she said,
so she's saying, Fuzz, don't go teetotal on us. We need you to carry on drinking.
I don't know.
I think that's how I'm going to interpret it.
But what I took home from it, what you do, we both do. What I took home from it mainly is that it was really informative, really useful, and it's from the Fertility Network UK charity. And I'd say anyone, men or women, or any couples out there going through fertility issues, get in touch with them, because I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, but it was really helpful, and all the women on there were really nice.
It's nice to have a support network.
Yeah. So get in touch with them because
where can they find
it's really useful. Fertility Network UK, I think it's .org, and then they're on Instagram, Fertility Network UK, and I think you can find them on Facebook too.
What about our other friends all across social media? Any news, any people, any shout outs to people?
I decided to share, you encouraged me to share the podcast on my personal Instagram. So I shouted out and said, this is what we're doing. And all of my friends have been amazing at saying, wow, well done. This is really good that you're like talking about something that's difficult to talk about and sharing your experience. And so we've got loads of new followers and hopefully some more listeners to the podcast. Thank you guys.
What about other podcasts and channels that you listen to? Because you listen to them religiously, and I kind of dip in and out, and I like catching up. I like to know all the what's going on.
Yeah, I listen a lot.
Is it Lindsay and?
No, Emma and Gabby on at Big Fat Negative.
Close enough, Lindsay and Emma and Gabby. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, at Big Fat Negative podcast.
What's their news? That's it. Like, do you want to tell people where to find that podcast? Because
on Spotify.
Yeah. No, but how?
Podcasts. At Big Fat Negative podcast. Yeah. They're really good, and
on my.
I love them. They're really awesome. That's a bit awkward, isn't it? Love them.
No, they're good. I like dipping in and I listen to them just sort of talking and bitching about what's going on and their daily lives and stuff. And that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, their podcast is really professional. They're both journalists and they're really funny and interesting.
You say that.
And they have a feature from Professor.
We've lost you on the camera, but we're bringing you back in a second.
Prof Tim, I think it's called, from Oxford Fertility. So every week they have, a reproductive specialist, a gynecologist, come in and do tidbits on, they call it.
So childish.
What fertility, what the F. Anyway, it's good. And also, I really like listening to This is Alice Rose, Fertility Life Raft. That's really good as well.
I don't know, I haven't heard that one.
She's really interesting.
Fertility Life Raft.
Yeah. And she's got loads of mindfulness courses.
What were you just about to say?
I don't know, I'm getting all like weird.
Yeah, you are weird.
She does loads of mindfulness courses that I'm actually looking into doing, which is good. So
maybe we should I'm doing the same thing as you, whether or not. So I've watched a few documentaries over the last year or so about the benefits of mindfulness and yoga and stuff like that, and Wim Hof and stuff like that. There's that Netflix thing. Just Google it. I can't remember the actual thing, but Wim Hof, aka the Iceman, miracle human being that can control his body through breathing and cold water and stuff. Really eye-opening. And I watched another thing called Anxiety. It's called Anxiety, The Mind Explained, and that is on Netflix as well. And basically the physiological changes that your body goes through from stress and all this kind of stuff. Most people do poo-poo it and they think, it's this bullshit, like,
no, it's
just
real,
chill out.
Isn't it? It starts in the amygdala.
Yeah, and it's, and it actually can have an effect on like hormones and blood pressure and stuff like that. So we should do yoga more regularly.
Yeah, well, last week
with Adrienne.
Adrian. Welcome to the podcast where I just say everything wrong. Yeah, yoga with Adrian. She's really good. She's on YouTube.
So 3 yogas a week, 2 runs and 3 yogas.
Well, I was doing it every day last week.
No. Yeah, but like we got like it.
The only reason I stopped is because I picked up Coco.
Yeah, but that's in the past. So let's make a pact.
Okay.
Full fertility. Now it's not. You can't. It won't come up on time. And let's make a pact because I'm bad as well. Luckily, I can drag myself up for a run.
I, Becky, solemnly swear.
No. But we got the thing about anything worth having, i.e., better levels of fitness, doesn't come easy. Mm-hmm. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it.
Yeah.
This is something my granddad told me. He's like, you just got to keep going. You just got to keep doing it. If you can't do the big thing, you do a little bit, and then you add chunks on. Mm-hmm. And it's all about just turning up. So I think it's not a stretch for us to do 3 yoga sessions a week at home.
Why don't we do a yoga session after this?
Because I got to go for a run. And then we got marathons to do.
Tomorrow morning, yoga.
Yeah.
Couples yoga.
Well, let's not be strict about the time we do it. Let's just say we got to get 3 in a week.
Okay.
Yeah? 3 in a week.
Mm-hmm.
No ifs, no buts, no excuses. And you can encourage us and tell us, no excuses. Don't let us off. Next time we do a podcast next week, we would have done 3 yoga sessions and Becky would have done 2 5K runs. I probably would have run 50K. But maybe that's too much. Maybe we should speak to...
Maybe you're over-exercising.
Yeah, I definitely have over-exercising in the past, but I mean, maybe we need to check in with the fertility people about my training plan for
maybe we could check in with them about your DNA results as well.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think we've covered quite a lot here this week. A couple of shout-outs we want to give. Obviously, go and check out people in the infertility kind of network that are doing good things and better than us, like Big Fat Negative.
Operation Foxbrio, who she and Liz and her husband are featured on at Big Fat Negative podcast at the moment.
So go give them a shout out. They're doing the same sort of thing. Fertility Life Raft.
Yeah, that's another podcast. This is Alice Rose on Instagram. And trying this.
Yeah. And also give us some motivation, give us a good kick in the ass to get our fitness in shape, because we need, it helps so much when people go, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. So yeah, Becky's going to do...
Get fit.
2 5K runs.
Woo.
3 yoga sessions by next week. And hopefully we'll have more news next week. Fingers crossed that we can get through to the Wales clinic.
Mm-hmm.
I always get the name wrong, but we know what to talk about. So hopefully we'll get a phone call from them. Hopefully we'll have some news about some guests, some scientists to come on and give us
some real specialists.
Yeah, some people that actually know what to talk about.
Not people babbling shit.
And then we will catch you next week.
Boom.